Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel. In tonight's video, I am in the garden. As you can see, I am really tired of how the gourd plant looks, and it is coming down. So Christmas is in 4 days. I don't have a lot of time to spend in the garden today, so I'm going to rush through taking down this gourd plant. Let's take a look at what it looks like right now, and I'm sure you all will agree. Let's talk about it. Okay, as you can see, the cattle panel is, let me step back. The cattle panel is under cover partially because the gourd plant was covering this end and I could not get any more of the greenhouse plastic on the cattle panel. But inside the greenhouse plastic, everything is very much alive and I'm excited. So this right here, this gotta go. If you can see from this angle, the gourd plant has grown from the opposite side of the cattle panel all the way over here. The sun is high. It is coming down here pretty soon. Let's move around this way so that you all could have a better view. Let's see. Let's go this way. Sorry, today's video may not be the best. The sun is not in the right place for this, but this is where the gourd plant started. And it goes all the way up and over to the opposite side, and it was hanging over this end when it was alive. It was just leaves everywhere. It's a lot of plants. This is the main stem of the gourd. It is still very much alive. As you can see, it goes into the cattle panel all the way around the side. Let's go. And the sun is not the best in this location right here, but you can see maybe it goes up this way, up in here, into the cattle panel, down in this way, and there's bits and pieces of it up here and over. So I am going to cut this down, take the gourds off, and put them in the greenhouse, in one of the greenhouses, and I'm going to leave the main stem started in this pot right here. I believe it is still in the pot, but it's quite likely it has escaped and it's in the ground. I don't know. I'll be able to determine that when I start moving things around. But I am going to cut this vine. I'm going to cut it back. I'm going to cut it back to probably right around here and leave the base of it wherever it goes. And I'm just going to cut all of this and pull this all down. Now, I'm not going to compost any of this. This had aphids. Yes, this had aphids later on in the season, and it was covered in ladybugs. So I'm hoping that I'm not going to be throwing away any ladybugs, but it's gotta go. So let me get started. Before I take it down, I am now inside of the cattle panel. As you can see, lots of stuff is still very much alive in here as I do the sideways shimmy. But yeah, lots of stuff is very much alive in here. It has its own little microclimate in here. The sweet potatoes are right here. They were still flowering as of, I want to say maybe last week, if memory serves me correctly. There is one pot that is beginning, I'm stepping on stuff. Hello, let me move this up a way. There is this pot right here, the last pot. It is beginning to peter out, so I will need to go in there and harvest that. But if you pay attention, let me shimmy over here a little bit. There we go. They're still growing. They are still growing. They are alive. This is brand new. This is all brand new. So there is life still in the sweet potato pots. Oh my word. Y'all, look at that gourd. Can y'all see how big that joker is? Oh my goodness. They're everywhere in here, y'all. They are all over the place in here. I hope I'm not going too fast. There's gourds all over in here. There aren't any on the originating side, but they are literally all over in here. So let me get started. Oh my goodness. Before I get started, I wanted to show you guys what has come back in my garden. Marigolds. Christmas is in 4 days and I have marigolds. I have not tried to cover them from the cold. I have left them right here. This is one tough little cookie. I honestly don't know where to start. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know where to start. Please excuse me for clearing my voice. I have not really been talking today. Just been busy working. Not really talking. So this is, like I said, the opposite side of the cattle panel. The originating point is on the other side over there. And I know this is alive because I hope you guys can see the base of it is alive, but it has growth points. It is growing. The vast majority of it is dead, but it has growth points. So I'm just gonna start cutting. I don't have any rhyme or reason to the madness. I'm not gonna sit here and have you all watch me cut this all the way down, but I'm just gonna show you how I'm going to do it. And I'm just cutting. I'm just grabbing pieces and cutting. Oh, well, would you look at that? Hang on, y'all. Let me show y'all this little bitty baby. He's rotted. The top of it has rotten. Let me show y'all. Can y'all see that? I don't know exactly what you guys can see, but the top of it has rotted off and it feels, let's see, feels a little soft right here in this area, just a tiny bit. But this would be good probably for seed saving. So I'm going to see if there are any viable seeds in here and just let it dry. It has damage here from something that probably biting it, and of course that has rotted off. So yeah, I'm just going to put this on the ground and see if it has any viable seeds. I'm going to let it dry, see if it'll dry. All right, so I'm just going to drop that on the ground and I'm going to keep cutting. I'm going to cut, I'm going to pull, and hopefully by the end of this, I won't be sneezing so bad that I feel like I need to have an inhaler. I probably should have a mask on because I know I'm going to end up sneezing. I just know it. It's going to be a situation. All right, y'all. I'm going to put y'all on Zoom mode and I am going to get to cutting because I know I would not want to watch all of this. This is relatively simple. And I'm going to go get the municipal trash can and I'm going to put this in the municipal trash. This is the progress I've gotten so far. There are bees out. I can finally see in the cattle panel from this side so I can take care of making sure the cattle panel is secure in the ground and not leaning and bowing and all the things that it's doing, because the plant was so heavy on this side where it originated. It has begun to pull the cattle panel. I don't know if you all can see it, but it's pulled the cattle panel this way, this way. And so it's pretty wonky right now. That's why I said I'm going to cut it out of the cattle panel down pretty far. It is very much alive. Let me see if I can find a piece for you all that I've cut. These are all the gourds that I've collected so far. But let me show you. And they range in size. But if you look at the top of that one, that gourd is very much alive. It looks horrible, but the main vine is alive. So I'm really hoping that taking these off is not going to kill them all off, because they need to dry. Like that one, still very much alive. That main feeder stem was very much alive. So we'll see how it goes, but these are all the gourds I have collected so far. I still have to get all the rest of it off the top, but I am itching like crazy already. Not sneezing yet, which is a good thing, but I am definitely itching. I am in the garden all the time, and that's something that I don't usually share with you guys, but certain aspects of the work that I do in the garden causes me to itch and causes me to sneeze. And so if there's anyone else out there who is trying to garden and they're saying, well, I can't do it because I start sneezing and I start itching, I take antihistamines, I take holistic medicines to try to help me with that, and it does not stop me from doing this right here. So I got to get back at it. I hope that it doesn't stop you either. Get out there and grow, y'all. Grow, grow, grow. The sun is coming down, and this is really not a very good light, but I am going to take some of this down on this side as well. And I'm just going to show you all. This is the main feeder right here, and it goes all the way up and over. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. It goes all the way up and over. It's weaved itself in and out of the cattle panel, and it's kind of made it wonky and weak on this side. So I need to check the bottom there. But I'm going to continue to cut this back because it is definitely got a hold of the cattle panel. I want to show you guys that this is alive. I'm going to give you another view of it as soon as I get over there. Let's see. I'm going to cut it all the way back. I'm going to cut it down. Let me see. And I've got something else intertwined. I think this might be a mouse melon or something. It looks kind of like it. So I'm going to cut it down in there like that and just kind of gently pull it out. But can you guys put that down there? Can you all see that? Hang on, let me show y'all. Can you guys see that vine right there? That is the gourd, and it is very much alive. And I'm sure given the opportunity, it'll sprout and grow again. So I'm going to leave it in the ground and see what it'll do. I had no intention of planting any more gourd in the spring. I'm going to leave this gourd and see what it does. If it comes back, then it wants to live. I think that was a leaf-footed bug over there. I'm going to go investigate. I'll be right back. He went night-night. That was a leaf-footed bug. I guess this is a habitat for insects. What I found was a couple of ladybugs that were alive. I found a couple of, I don't know if they were moths or butterflies or what, but they flew out as I was taking this down. And that was the very first leaf-footed bug that I saw. And so, yeah, that had to go night-night. And there are bees over there on the bok choy. I let the bok choy go to seed, and when I went over there to investigate the leaf-footed bug, there were bees. Well, would you look at that? So it's December, 4 days before Christmas, and there are bees in the garden. So this right here looks to be a cucumber in the cucumber family. Looking at that leaf structure, I hope you guys can see what I'm showing y'all. I did put some mouse melon in here. It also could very well be, well, it can't be. I was getting ready to say it could be a watermelon, but it's not possible. They would have died off. But anything is possible when things are covered up and there's a microclimate and you don't see it as it's growing. So I'm going to finish this off. I have cut back the gourd as far as I'm going to take it. But I've got something growing here that I'm surprised to see. So I need to cover it up because I don't want it to get cold and die off on me, whatever it is. Because I did plant some mouse melon. I planted some gherkins and I did not see those. And so I cut back the gourd all the way down there. And I'm going to show y'all in just a minute how far back I cut that. You all saw what I was doing. But right there, I cut it all the way back to right here. And as you can see, I've got something. I'm sorry, my camera skills are really poor today. I need to slow down. I'm trying to take care of some business, get this done, and go on, because I have to keep saying Christmas is in 4 days. Now I've got other things to do, y'all. Oh my goodness, I got to get in the kitchen. Treats need to be made. But of course, the tomato is inside the cattle panel, but I'm trying to get this so that you guys can see it. It's tangled up. I just tangled it on to another vine. But let's see. See? That, and it's got like it's gonna flower right there. So I'm gonna just prop this up on the cattle panel, and that's tomato. The tomato was in the inside, and let it be. I need to cover this portion of the cattle panel up. I need to look at the temperature tonight to make sure that I don't have to do it right this second. If I do, I'll take the time and put the rest of the frost blanket and the greenhouse plastic up. But if not, if it's not going to go down past 45, I'm going to leave this as is and deal with it tomorrow. The gourd plant has been removed and I feel much better. I feel like I can breathe again, even though right now I'm itching and trying not to sneeze. You can actually see inside of the cattle panel. And as you can see, the garden is very much thriving. I do have some peppers that I'm waiting 1 or 2 more days so they can completely turn either orange or red. I've got one tomato over here that also is blushing, and I am going to leave it. I don't know if you all can see. I have a bunch of tomatoes on this San Marzano on the front and the back. This is the Arctic something or other, and you can see there are tomatoes all over this plant as well. So I have decided that I am going to leave my tomato growing until the fall. This one I'm going to take off because I can see it now. Trying to get it out of there. There we go. I'm going to put it on the counter for just a couple days. But this is an Arctic, something Arctic, subarctic something something. A subarctic tomato. So that's it for me tonight, everybody. I'm going to call it a night because my neighbors are out. Like I said, Christmas is in 4 days. Lots of people have family visiting, and I don't want to get any of their conversation in my video. So until I see you guys again in the next one, I hope to see you either in my kitchen or my garden real soon. Bye for now.